Today we're going to see the daily routine. So we are still looking after the physical to make sure that the physical is beautiful and harmonious. No deformities along the life. We are not collecting deformities. We are keeping straight and all. So now in the monsoon season, Vata people are more suffering from this numbness and this coolness of the air, and especially all this humidity, cold humidity for them gives them lots of pain in the joints. They wake up in the morning with lots of tension and rigidity and also coldness in the joint, so that means lots of cracking. And also in the belly, in the intestine and the bowel, probably more constipation, more bloating, more gas. So the air for the Vata people will be increased. So that means during the monsoon season, if they follow the daily routine, they're going to follow all what is prescribed or recommended and add things that are for them, for the Vata people, more beneficial. So here, we're going to see all along the day and night what Ayurveda recommends to keep, because the starting point is the aim of Ayurveda is to keep the healthy one healthy, to cure the one that has a disease, and to realize oneself by getting to know oneself more on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis. So the more you know yourself, also, it's how you realize how much you can be influenced by what is happening outside with the climate, the environment, the people you meet, the place where you live. If it's a dry place, if it's a marshy land, if it's temperate climate, or if it's more like a dry, hot climate, or cool and cold climate. So all these informations also help you to understand what's going on in your field of action for this life. So now here also, it's what is supposed to help to keep the healthy one healthy. So then, according to all what you collected so far in your life, either you stick to it already, or you decide to do a few changes, or you think that your habits are healthier than what it is here because it feels good in your body, so then you just carry on. Here it's just indications on what could help to guide whenever we are a bit lost in what to do. So we're going to start with the morning. This idea of Dinacharya, Dina means the days, and Acharya, it's more the habit of repeating something. So there are various benefits for that. So the first thing is to maintain hygiene, clean in the body, clean in the mind. To promote brightness and health of the sense organs, to enhance and maintain physical strength, to promote health and longevity, to keep the mind at peace and harmony. And it's also a way to protect yourself or from others or from outside. So the first thing to do is to wake up an hour and a half before the sunrise. So in India, for example, it would be around 4:30 and 5 that you wake up. It's also believed that depending on when you go to bed at night, you're going to have sleeping cycles. And those sleeping cycles of more or less for each one of 1.5 hours. So if you know that you need 8 hours sleep, 6 hours sleep, and also depending on what time you go to bed at night, then in the morning you will wake up naturally. And that is what is recommended when we say to wake up at Brahma Murti is you wake up naturally. You don't set your alarm clock to wake you up, because if you break a sleeping cycle, you might not feel fresh and rested. It might be after the cycle is over. So it would be maybe an hour later where all of a sudden you feel more alert. So when you wake up, it has to be naturally. And if we look at the sleep for Vata people, they need between 4 and 6 hours sleep per night. For them, it's enough. A Pitta person will need between 5 to 7 hours per night. And a Kapha person will need between 6 and 8. So if in Ayurveda we ask people to wake up at 4:30 or at 5, that means it's still the Vata time. If we look at the Ayurvedic clock, Vata goes from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. So that means if we wake up before 6 a.m., it's a Vata energy. We can count on the Vata energy to get up and to be a little bit more alert or a little bit more enthusiastic and all. If we wake up after 6, then it's the Kapha time. So from 6 to 10 in the morning, getting up or waking up after that, you might feel a little bit heavy, or you might feel a little bit like, oh, I need more sleep. Not so much vitality as you would have if you wake up before 6. Pitta time will be after Kapha time, so it starts at 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. And then we start again. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. it's Vata time, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Kapha time, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Pitta time. Then it's recommended, before starting anything, to feel gratitude or to have a little prayer or a little meditation to set the energy, your energy for the day. And now we can set the foot on the ground. If you want to be precise, you're going to first check from which nostril the air goes in more than the other one. So you can always try to breathe the inhale from one and inhale. And that means when you start walking, you will lift the foot where the nostril is more open. At the end of your meditation, you check which nostril is open, the right one or the left one. So that will be the one that can inhale more air compared to the other one. Then you put your feet on the ground, and if it's the right nostril, then you will start lifting the right foot, and you start your day like this, totally balanced and centered with who you are. And now straight to the toilet with your right foot or left foot. Time for evacuation. Urine, stool, hopefully. Especially for Pitta, it will definitely be there. Maybe for Kapha also, but Vata might need a little bit longer for the stool to come. Again, if it comes like before 6, Vata being responsible for all the movement in the body, it said that the bowel movement, it's easier before 6 o'clock. If we wait a little bit longer, Kapha time will make also the stool maybe come out with more time. So that's why, again, it's another reason why to wake up before 6. It's to have a proper bowel movement. We can ease the Vata people to make sure they are light straight after waking up. And if they have a slight constipation or a feeling of retention, feeling of everything didn't come out, there is still things in the bowel, we can do a medicine or preparation that is called Prefalar Rasayana. Rasayana always means rejuvenation or nourishment. Triphala is known to be the powder of 3 fruits that helps to, if it's taken in a big quantity, that helps to clear the bowel. It has some mild laxative effect. So for the Vata people, it would be good to take that. So we can prepare in a jar 3 grams of powder, Triphala powder, 25 grams of ghee, 5 grams of honey. combination of ghee and honey, when it's taken internally, it should never be of the same quantity. Otherwise, it becomes poisonous for the body. None of my teachers were able to explain why, and I don't know why, but now we just take it as a fact. Either you take more honey, so you could choose 25 grams of honey and 5 grams of ghee, but I would recommend to keep it with ghee because Vata people are dry by nature. So the fact to have also more ghee will help to lubricate the bowel and to make the stool come easily. So in this combination, we mix it all together, and then we will take 1 teaspoon at bedtime. You can go till 1 to 2 teaspoons. And you can, if you want to make it go down a little bit, it can be with warm water, but always warm. That's specifically for Vata, but if Kapha people or Pitta people feel a little bit of retention also, then they can do. And then we will brush the teeth and scrape the tongue. The scraper, there are 3 kinds, gold. And gold would be used for people who have low immunity, for example, because or they feel weak in general, because gold also can help them to increase their defense and to increase their immunity. Silver can also be used, and silver is more for if you have any pitta problem in the mouth. That could be stomatitis, acidity, reflux, infection like herpes on the lips, and copper. Copper is good for, it's antimicrobial, antibacterial. Scraping the tongue will come after brushing the teeth, and I didn't give you yet the toothpaste. It would be used like a twig, and depending on where you live, you will choose the tree that is that has a good call to you. Most of the time we use neem twig because neem has lots of properties that can cover many aspects of the body and many systems of the body. So neem we will always use. And we know that neem for skin also it's very good. So whenever you chew the neem juice that comes out of the twig, it's also good. It's anti-parasite, so you will swallow a little bit also of this juice that makes your stomach happy. When you swallow that juice, when it goes to the blood, then it will keep your skin clear, and also that's why we like to use neem. And neem covers the 3 doshas. It's good for Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Then, if we want to go a little bit more in detail, we can use Arjuna, which is Terminalia Arjuna for the Pitta people. We can use Karanja Pongamya Pinata for the Kapha. And we can use Kadir, which is Acacia Katechu. This one will be for Vata. And if you want to choose the twig, it has to be about that length. So between these two fingers and the size of your small finger. And so then you chew. You're not supposed to brush, like in Ayurveda, we don't like to brush the gum. To use a brush to brush the gum, because it pushes the gums away and it exposes the roots. So first, we chew the twig, and if there's any juice or whatever we don't want to swallow, we spit it out. And then after, on the side, we prepare some powder with different herbs, and this we will put on the finger, and then we will finish the cleaning with this. So then for the gum, there's no problem, and it won't give like bleeding to the gums or whatever. So here we are. So here it's the toothpaste or powder. So Prefalar powder, we will put 25 grams. Arjuna powder, we will put 15 grams. Cinnamon, we put 15 grams. Cardamom, we put 15 grams. Clove, we put 5. Trikatu, which is another Ayurvedic preparation. Trikatu, it's black pepper, long pepper, and ginger. We'll put 5 grams. And then rock salt, only 1. So with this, for example, you take half teaspoon or whatever you feel like putting in your mouth. You mix it with a little bit of water to make a paste, and then you use this paste and you massage the... And then you wash it with water and you throw. And then when you finish with that and you clear with water, you do a gum massage with coconut oil, if you want. So the gum massage would be especially for Pitta people that have the tendency to have bleeding teeth, gums. Or you can wait after scraping the tongue to do the oil pulling. So oil pulling will be taking 1 teaspoon of coconut oil or sesame oil or olive oil, and you keep it in your mouth, and you make it travel everywhere in your mouth.
1 teaspoon?
Yeah, 1 teaspoon. If your body is well tuned, whenever it's enough, it will give you a sneeze, and the sneeze is, or you just wait like 5-10 minutes and it's enough. So the benefits of that, it's called Gandusha. The benefits of oil pulling, it's to keep a good hygiene in the mouth, to clear between the teeth and to prevent caries, to prevent bleeding of the gums, to also strengthen the gums. With the age, they have the tendency to become drier and so to recede. For Vata people, at least it will keep them strong, so the teeth will remain for longer also in their mouth, because Vata people can have the tendency to have like the teeth that can move very easily because of the gum. So oil pulling has all this beautiful effect. It helps also to create a good pH in your mouth. So for those who have mouth ulcers, bad breath, the coating on the tongue, like the white coating, it also helps to reduce and to get rid of all this. Now the mouth is clean. Yeah. Your glass of big warm water
that you have to drink.
You drink. Now we go to the nose. And in the nose, depending on which one was open or not, you're going to put drops accordingly. So, maximum 3 drops in each nostril can be sesame oil, can be coconut oil, can be sunflower oil, but also you can take the medicated Ayurvedic one. Anutailam, this oil is in every Ayurvedic pharmacy. It's a very common oil. So we put 1 to 3 drops, depending on if you feel your sinuses are full, then you will put 3. If it just feels clear, you're just going to put 1. And doing nasya, doing these nasal drops, helps also to clear all the forehead, all the sinuses here. So it's very good for headaches, rhinitis, sinusitis, watery eyes, dryness of the eyes, all this. So all this part, you don't want the oil to go to your throat, so you can open your sinuses to feel, you inhale at the same time and you really feel that you're opening your sinuses here, and it goes here, and then same by pushing and opening the sinus here. And the nose is also the door to the brain. When we want to nourish the brain in Ayurveda, we nourish it through the nose. So whenever you're going to the brain, to cover the brain, it's covered of kapha, shleshaka, which is the slimy one that has all the nourishment that comes from the plasma. And the plasma in our body is the one that nourishes everything, every cell. The brain is covered by the this substance, this kapha substance. And so kapha is greasy, oily, slimy, viscous, all this, yeah? So that means if you put oil, oil has lots of qualities identical to kapha. So if you want to nourish your brain, you will put more drops in your nose, and then it will help your brain to stay fresh, alert, and all. So especially for migraines, headaches, putting oil in the nose can help to release this tension in the head. So now we're going up. Nasya is done. Now we're going to adorn the eyes. If it's in the summer, splash a little bit of cold water, because the eyes are the site of the sun or the light or the fire or pitta. So to give a little bit of cool water on the eyes will be good, or to put some cucumber slices. But the cucumber, we keep it for the evening. We don't have time in the morning. We are rushing. And we put the line of collyrium. So basically it's the ash of a specific plant that then we mix with a little bit of coconut oil. And this will help the eye to stay moist all day, and also to prevent dryness and the dust, whatever. So it's put under the eye. So then we want to prepare the body to wake up and to move evenly and nicely. So we're going to give massage to all the joints. So we do Abhyanga of you can do, if you have plenty of time, massage of the whole body, and especially on the joints. For this time of the year, we're going to choose sesame oil or mustard oil. If we have any skin conditions, we're going to use castor oil. So castor oil could be used, because castor oil for the skin, it's wonderful. So you can use half sesame, half castor oil, and you use that one, and especially for joint inflammation, arthritis, and pain, castor oil is very good. So the Vata people will benefit from sesame and castor.
Not only castor oil.
Castor oil alone, it's very difficult to apply.
Yeah.
It's very sticky and thick, so we prefer to mix it with sesame, and then it goes very well. And this will increase the strength of the body, will give a better quality for the sleep, will give a nice luster complexion on the skin. It will give firmness to your muscles and your tissues. That's why we want to do it every day. You can apply all over the body, or you can choose to do it only on the joints. And if you don't have time, by reflexology, you will put oil on your hands, on your feet, and on your ears. And then it will go and nourish all the rest. So if the whole body, you don't have time for the whole body, you do feet, hand, and ears. And then we do the 20 minutes exercise, which is to wake up the body from the coldness or the rigidity or the laziness or whatever. The exercise will also help to increase your appetite, so when it's time to have breakfast, you feel hungry. So this clearing of your digestive tract and doing exercise, it's to prepare your stomach to receive breakfast. But I would say minimum of 12 minutes and maximum of 30 minutes. And then we brush the body, we brush off the sweat of the body with neem branches. The neem leaves, if you touch the leaves, they are astringent, they are dry. So they will help to absorb the excess of moisture or the excess of sweat that can be used. Or Prefalar powder can also be used to just scrub on your skin. And it will be mostly used for kapha people, because doing this udvartana, this massage that goes from the feet all the way up to the head, is to stimulate the blood circulation. So for the kapha people, around the hip, around the belly, on the buttocks and all, will also help to create more blood circulation and to slowly reduce the adipose tissues. Now we go for a bath. Neem powder and lemon, or amla powder. And we like amla and lemon, for example, because it's full of vitamin C. So then also your body will absorb this vitamin C through the skin. No need to always take it. And then we wash. Now it's going to be with warm water because it's winter, it's monsoon and winter. So we wash this powder with the warm water. We dry the skin with a soft cotton fabric. We dress with natural fabric. So it can be linen, cotton, silk. Put some gems. If you are Pitta, you're going to use like all the water cooling gems. Pitta, it's aquamarine. All those that are blue, light, all the light colors basically would be for Pitta. All the reddish, orange, yellowish would be for Kapha. And for the Vata, the blue ones. And we can put some nice fragrance or garland, flowers. And now we go for breakfast. What do we have for breakfast? Nothing, because we need to prevent the appetite for lunchtime. No time. No time is rushing now. Breakfast will be according to your appetite. Light appetite will be just some fruits or some cereals cooked warm. And if it's big appetite, like a Pitta type, then it can be these two together, or it can be something warm with also proteins that that needs more energy and time for the digestion. So for the Pitta people, for example, maybe if they have proteins like eggs in the morning, or they want to have chickpeas, or they want to have like hummus with some bread or whatever. For the Pitta people, it will be more, yeah. And Vata will have maybe either fruits or some cereals. Kapha might skip the breakfast, it depends on the appetite. And then you go out. But on the way out, they explain, you take your chapels, you take a wood stick to clear if there are any animals or whatever on the way. You take an umbrella. And what else? And you take a hat for your head. They describe everything in details. Huh?